If you are planning to apply for GKS undergraduate scholarship and want to know that how to fill the application forms, how to prepare your application and how to send the documents, then this video is for you. So let's start. Hello viewers, I am Amar Dilawar and in this video I will guide you that how can you fill the GKS undergraduate forms and how can you send the documents to the university and embassy. So if you don't know what is GKS, so GKS is a scholarship by Korean Ministry of Education for studying undergraduate degree in Korea. So for complete information regarding GKS scholarship, I have attached the part 1 and part 2 of this video in the description box, and you can also access the part 1 and part 2 of this video from the I button. So before starting today's video, I request you to please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you can get the latest updates regarding GKS undergraduate scholarship. So first I want to discuss two important points. Many students have asked me about apostillation and consular attestation from embassy. So only your educational documents, for example your transcripts, your mark sheet and your degrees need to be attested by embassy. No other documents like IELTS, your passport, your certificates, they don't need attestation for embassy. And many students have asked me how to fill the forms. So you have to type the form in computer. There is no need to write the forms by your hand. So now move towards computer screen. So I will guide you that how can you fill the application forms. So these are the official GKS forms. You can download these forms from the description box. So now I will guide you step by step that how can you fill these forms. So here first you can see that there is institution receiving application, person in charge, signature and registration number. So you have to leave all these blank. You don't have to write anything here. Then here you have to write your name. Many students they are confused about their surname. Surname is your family name, and in Korea surname is your first name. Like here they will call your surname at first and give a name at last. So I will guide you that how can you fill this. For example, my name is Muhammad Amar Dilawar. So Dilawar is my surname. So here you have to write Dilawar and given name is my Muhammad Amar. I can also write Amar as a middle name and I can also write Muhammad Amar as a given name. It is not a big deal. Only your surname and given name you have to write here same like your passport. Then you have to write your country name. My country name is Pakistan. So I have write here Pakistan. Then your desired program, whether you want to apply for bachelor's or associate degree. So it is very easy to fill this form. Just click on the bachelor's degree, it is automatically filled. Now there is checklist. Please leave this checklist now empty. I will guide you that how can you fill this checklist at the end after filling all forms. So now we will move towards form 1. So application track, you have to choose application track whether you want to apply by embassy or university track. So I want to apply through university track. And type of application and degree. My degree is bachelor's, which is regional university. So if you want to apply through embassy track, you have to choose general. Overseas Koreans are for Koreans who are living outside. And if you want to apply for associate degree, then you have to choose associate degree. But if you want to apply for bachelor's degree, you have to click here bachelor's. Then again here you have to write your surname, given name, middle name. Then here you have to choose your gender, male or female. In photo section, don't paste your photo here. At the end you have to print out your form and attach photo here. So attachment of photo is not in soft form. You have to attach hard form of your photo in this size. So then you have to write your country name here, your date of birth. Date of birth is different in Korea. You have to write your age first in years. For example, this is my age. Then you have to write your month and then date. So please follow this procedure all the way in this form, because in Korea first you have to write year, then month, then date. Then Korean citizenship, no. Application parents, if your parents are Korean, no. Then you have to write your address, phone number, email. Then recently graduated school. Here you have to write the name of school, its location, its fax number if available, its phone number and its mailing address. Then topic level, If you have topic exam, then you have to write here test held where, in which country you take your test. So here you have to choose topic level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then English proficiency test score, only IELTS is acceptable. So you have to write here your IELTS and its score. Then awards, if any award is available. Then now you have to write choice of university and departments. For embassy track, you have to choose 3 universities. 2 universities are from type A or type B, and 1 university is must from type B. And if you are applied by university track, you have to choose only 1 university. So I will guide you that how can you write here. For example, I want to apply through Chonnam National University. So I will write here Chonnam National University. Then many students are confused about field of study, department and other options. So there is a file of university information attached. You have to go to that file. So here you can see that in front of every department there is division written, there is language written. So for example, I want to choose electrical engineering. So my department is electrical engineering and my division is engineering. So from here I will choose electrical engineering department and engineering division. So I have to go back to form, and here you have to write field of study engineering and department electrical engineering. So if you want to apply through embassy track, you have to choose 3 universities same like this, but for university track you have to choose only 1 university. So now you have to write here your recently attended school, like period for how many years you attended the school, your school name and your school country. So now this is very important from high school grades. So you have to fill this form carefully, and it depends from country to country. Here I will explain you for 2 countries, for Bangladesh and for Pakistan, that how can you fill this form. So in Pakistan, high school is for 2 years. So you have to fill columns only for 2 years, and there is no semester system, there is only annual system. So you have to write only 1 column, and in second year you also have to write 1 column. So I will fill this form relevant to my country. So in first year we have total marks or percentage system. So I have to write here my marks. I got 438 marks out of 505 in first year. So in first year, for second term you have to leave this empty, and for second year for first term my marks are, for example, 505 out of 595. So I have to fill only these 2 columns and leave all columns empty. Okay, but if your high school is for 4 years, 5 years, then you can add columns here by yourself. In my country, cumulative CGPA is out of 100, like percentage. So my percentage is 84 out of 100. So here score percentile is also same, it is also 84 out of 100. But if your CGPA is in 5 scale, 4.5, 4.3 or 4, then I will guide you that how can you fill this form. So now I will guide you about Bangladesh, that for example, if you are applying through Bangladesh, how can you fill this form. So in Bangladesh, the high school exams are only 1 time. So you have to fill only 1 column. For example, you fill only third year 1 column or first year 1 column. So it depends on you. So for example, my GPA in Bangladesh is 4.92 out of 5. So I have to fill only this and leave all empty. Now my cumulative CGPA is also this 4.92 out of 5. So for score percentile, I have to look at this form and I have to calculate my score percentile according to this form which is provided by GKS. So if my score percentile is 93, 94, I have to look in the table and I have to write here my score percentile. So by this method you can fill this your high school grades form. And in the terms of rank, so you have to evaluate your rank on your basis. For example, your rank in your class is third out of 100 student. So your rank is 3. So if your rank is 5, if your rank is 6, so you must be in top 5 or top 10 students. So how can you justify your rank? So you can get one certificate from your college in which written that you are among the top 5 students of your class or you are among the top 2 students of your class, and then you have to attach that certificate. So rank, for rank system you have to evaluate your rank by yourself. So now here you have to write your previous visits to Korea if any, then your previously receiving awards from Korean government or institution if any, and here you have to write date, first year, then month and then day. Then you have to write your name and leave signature empty. You have to take print of this form and at the end you can take your signatures. Then you have to fill your personal statement form. So you have to follow these points, that you must write these points in your application, that what is your motivation, what is your education background, what is your significant experience and what are extracurricular activities, and if you have any skill or any publication then you can write here. So you can remove these instructions after reading it and you can start writing your personal statement. Don't change the setting of this form. They have already set this form in Times New Roman and size is already 11. So please don't change the settings. And here it is written that your personal statement within 2 pages. So many students are confused that here there is only 1 page, how can they add extra page? So when you are keep writing and pressing enter, so this page is going down. So you have to press enter and keep writing. If one page finish, it automatically goes to second page. So now your second page is automatically generated. So after finishing this form you have to write date, you have to write your name and signature at the end after take print. So then you have to write your study plan in the same way, your language study plan, your goal of study and study plan and your future study plan. Then again date, your name and leave the signature empty. Then recommendation letter form. Many students, they are confused that there is no space to write recommendation letter here. So your teacher or your principal, he has to write recommendation letter on separate page and attach the recommendation letter to this form by stapler or by pin. So here you have to write your name, your given name, your nationality and your intended major. This section is filled by the candidate and this section is filled by the recommender and he has to answer these questions. And recommender, he can also write his answers in this area by deleting these guidelines. So it depends on him. If he want to write in this area, he has to delete this guidelines, or if he want to write on separate page, then he has to write on separate page and attach to this application form. So if you are applying through university track, only one is needed. If you are applying through embassy track, ask your recommender that make 4 photocopies of this form and put in 4 envelopes, or he can also put in 1 envelope. It is not a big deal. But for embassy track you need 1 original and 3 photocopies. Then you have to fill this GKS applicant agreement form, that you are agreed to these guidelines. So you have to click here, you have to click here and you have to fill all these, and at the end you have to write your name, your date, and at the end after taking print put your signature here. Then personal medical assessment form, you have to fill this form by yourself, no need to consult a doctor. So you have to choose your gender, height, weight and all questions. If you have some problem you have to choose yes, otherwise you have to type no, or you can also put tick mark here, and if there is any yes, so you have to explain that what is yes or what is problem. Then you have to write date, applicant name and signature. So now in this way you can complete all of your forms. So at the end you have to go to the first form and checklist. You have to make checklist. So checklist you can also type in computer or you can also type by your hand. So form 1 and form 2, these documents don't need notarization, so they make these in grayscale. For that means that they don't need notarization. And then your certificate of graduation, if it is notarized then you have to write yes, if it is not notarized you have to write no. Similarly your proof of citizenship, if you are using passport then there is no need to translate, but if any of your document is in other language than English, then you have to translate it into English and then notarize. So you have to fill this checklist form after filling your application. And for copy of awards and certificates, no need to notarize if they are in English language, and I suggest you to add awards as many as you can. And if you want to apply through embassy track, you have to fill this checklist form. So after filling all these forms you have to take print of these forms. So simply press Ctrl P on your computer and here it will give you options to print. So from here you can choose print, and please keep in your mind that your setting is A4 size. So now I will guide you that how can you arrange your documents and send to embassy or university track. So now I will guide you that how can you prepare documents. So I have printed out all forms, so I will guide you that how can you arrange these documents. So first you have to focus on this documents which is checklist form. So you have to arrange all the documents on this checklist. For example, you have to arrange at first application form, then your personal statement, then study plan. So sequence must be same as written on the checklist form. Don't make your own sequence. So now if some documents they are more than one page, so you have to attach these documents not with the help of stapler. You have to use this type of paper pins, because staplers they put some mark on your paper here. So you have to choose this paper pins to attach your documents which are more than one or two pages. So for example, this is application form, so these are 2 pages. So you have to attach this application form with the help of this paper pin. Okay, so now you have all your forms, and some forms, for example, they don't have form number. Like here you can see that it is written form number 1, which is GKS application form. So you don't have to write again form number 1. But some forms, for example your grade transcript, your applicant proof of citizens, they don't have form number. So you have to write on the top left corner with the help of pencil, or you can attach sticky notes here that what is the form number and what is the name of this form. So in this way you can prepare all your documents and attach here. So at the end you have to combine all of your documents. So you have to choose this metal tongue, because you cannot stapler all these documents. Document size is very heavy, so you have to choose this metal tongue. So you have to attach all your documents. So now this is your application forms completed, and you have to put this in envelope. So after putting in envelope, you have to seal this envelope. So now your package is prepared in this way. Now you have to write the address of the university if you want to apply through university track, or you can write the address of embassy if you want to apply through embassy track. So embassy address you can get from the embassy website, and university address you can find from the university information list. So you have to write the university address here. And if you want to send these documents to Korea, I suggest you to choose DHL, because DHL is very fast and they will send your documents within a week. And if you ask DHL that you are student and you want to send these documents to the university, then they will give you some additional discount. So this is the end of GKS undergraduate video series. So if you have any question regarding GKS undergraduate scholarship, please leave in the comment section, and I request you to please join my Facebook page, which is for GKS undergraduate students who are applying for this year. And if you need a live question and answer session with me regarding preparation of your application and GKS undergraduate scholarship, please tell me in the comment section so that I can arrange a live question and answer session as soon as possible. So if you like this video, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Take care. Allah Hafiz.